Gaffer, a difficult afternoon ends in a heavy defeat here. Can I get your immediate summary of today's events?
Yeah, no, I came with a team that were trying to be resilient, because the way they played, the front four are very lively and a target man up top. So Christian Magoma's played 6 a lot for me in the past, as in holding midfield. So yeah, we went with him in there. I had to make the change at half time at 0-0 for him to come off. Obviously had a yellow card and he's been injured for a long time, so had to make the change there. We had a really good chance at 0-0 with Dermy. We'd be disappointed not to score. And then we had a few moments of madness. Balls in behind us, didn't deal with, indecisive defending, communication, lapse of communication, and the first goal, obviously exactly that. We don't deal with it, the ball bouncing around us, we give a penalty away. And then the second one is a free cone goal, long ball diagonally. We don't deal with that. We don't get in the right positions, and again the communication was poor. So we find ourselves 2-0 down, and they got on top. And it was a hard afternoon then. But very frustrating, because the supporters deserve a lot more than that. We've travelled a long way down today. There's a lot of them down here, and they're frustrated, and I get that. I'm frustrated with them, and as a team we are as well. We need to be better, 100%. That needs to be much more resilient as a group and be more defensive, not defensive minded, but be a defender first and foremost. When the opposition got the team, every one of us is a defender, and I felt they edged us all over the pitch today. They just landed on a lot more seconds, more aggressive, all over the pitch, and we've come away licking our wounds today.
And you touched on the things that went wrong today, obviously. What lessons will we take from those things that went wrong?
Well, listen, we're at a level here where the teams grind you down, and everyone is where their scalp, where they try and raise their game a little bit against us. Listen, we have to deal with that as football. You play for a club the size of Dagenham at the level we're at, then we need to face that head on. I don't think we did that today. I felt they were much more effective all over the pitch than we were. And this isn't about formations. It's about heart, desire, being a man, and getting the better of your opposition, both in your position and as a team. And we didn't do that today. We didn't give ourselves a foothold in the game to be able to apply our positives onto them. And fair play to them. They did a solid job on us today. But we can't keep saying we've got to learn from it, because we're sort of 6 games in now, and we're a group that have been together now for a reasonable amount of time, as far as since halfway through pre-season. I think the whole group's been together, so no more excuses. We need to make sure we put things right on the football pitch, and it gives us a chance Tuesday now, with another quick game in succession, going to Dover to do so.
And you mentioned, obviously, with the nature of the schedule, games keep coming thick and fast. What work will be done, obviously, from now until that Tuesday game to ensure that we don't see what we saw today?
Well, listen, we'll look at it, we'll analyse it, and we'll talk about it, and we'll show the lads, and we'll work on it on the training ground on Monday. Obviously, we only have one training session between now and Tuesday, so Sunday be recovery day tomorrow at home, and then Monday we'll train and be in preparation for Dover. So, yeah, we've just got to be a little bit more decisive in the way we defend. The communication's got to be better everywhere around the pitch, not just in the back line. We need to nullify the mistakes, because and if a team's going to beat us, if they're playing football around us where they're making 16, 17, 18 passes to score a goal, then I can understand that, and we can readdress it. But these are just basic things that we haven't done well, and we need to get back to doing basics well, because so far we haven't done that, and we find ourselves licking our wounds again because of the undoing that we've done, not that the opposition had done.
And finally, you have already touched on it slightly, but for the fans that have travelled a long way here today, do you have a message for them? Yeah,
firstly, thank you, because it's a lot of money and a long way. And if I was supporting turned up and seen those mistakes today, I'd be angry as well. So that's human nature. But my job is to make sure the players are not doing those mistakes as much as possible, to nullify those, and to make the team confident moving forwards and to get results. And we will do. I've got no doubts that the group will turn it round. You know, they've got to have that strong mentality in there, and the supporters have got to help us do that. Because, but as I say, I do get their frustrations, and but I do thank them for coming down here, spending their money, their time, and their energy to come here today. And listen, football's ups and downs, and we need to make sure there's more ups and downs. That's a secret. So today's a down day, of course it is. You know, and we're devastated about the result. But now it gives us that fuel to go on and try and get some better days very soon.